Hello, my friends. This is The Art of Prepping. Hope you guys are doing well today. So let's talk today about neighborhood defense forces, something that you don't typically hear about, but I think it's going to be a very important thing to consider during various times where we don't have the rule of law. And so let's go ahead real quickly and just look at the difference between the neighborhood watch and the neighborhood defense force. So with the neighborhood watch, that's during a time of rule of law, that the law is able to be enforced. And the neighborhood defense force is during a time that without rule of law. So public services are not able to meet the demand for the public. And you have a breakdown in law and order. And so during these times of WROL, it's going to be important to come together as a neighborhood to protect yourself from outside threats. Now, I want to just talk about some things. I have some talking points here. And concerning this neighborhood defense force, it doesn't have to be anything over the top. It doesn't have to be a large force of people. It could be as small as maybe 2 people. It could be a few more people than that. It could be 4 or 5 people. You could have several of these groups as well, depending on how large your neighborhood is and how much help your neighborhood needs to repel threats. So to have a quick response team of 2 to 5 people, these people should be armed, and these people should be able to detain individuals safely and to identify threats to the neighborhood. They should be trained medically. These people should have at least basic first aid CPR skills. They should know how to deal with gunshot wounds. And they should be good at gathering intelligence. So getting information from others and ascertaining if it's important or not. This is very important. Now, moving along, we should also look at these teams having the capability to problem solve and to de-escalate. These are skills that are very, very much needed when we talk about trying to keep neighborhoods safe. You don't want to escalate problems. You want to de-escalate, and you want to solve problems. You don't want to make new problems. You want to have various means of transport. You don't want your forces to only be confined to foot patrol. You want to have vehicles for patrol. You also want your forces to be organized and efficient. So you do need a leader. You do need to have some in-house rules, some standards. You also want to have open communication between each team member and the team and the neighborhood. You want to have open communication. You want to practice the force continuum. You don't want to be rogue. You just don't want to have your own made up level of force. You want to meet force with force, and you don't want to use excessive force. And so I just want to mention these things. These are important aspects. And I think it's really good to stop and to consider at what point would you need a force like this, a neighborhood defense force. The individuals selected to make up your neighborhood defense force should be aware of the local laws, state laws, and federal laws. They should be educated people. So I hope this helps. If you have any thoughts about this, if you would like to add anything to this conversation, please do so in the comment section. Thanks for your support.